Hi everyone, it's Adam 7 Fish Tanks here with Jay Hooked Aquatics.
Hi everyone.
We're going to be doing a tank setup today on a shallow using some Habistax. We've just parked ourselves outside Aquatics, the warehouse, so we're going to be having a little tour around here, choosing our hardscape together and seeing what we can use for the tank.
Looking forward to it.
So let's get into it. Right, so how are you finding the warehouse so far, Jay?
Overwhelming.
Man wants to buy all the wood and rocks available, honestly. All the gravels. Dragon wood. Did he just say dragon wood?
Dragon wood.
This is Jay's finest addiction.
Oh, this is my absolute heaven. Look at that. Oh,
you're going to be leaving empty pockets today.
Literally.
Ooh, some nice spider wood over here. Honestly, I don't know how else I didn't spend a fortune last time. Look at this. Nice twiggy bits. And then there's a little scaping dojo if you wanted to do some bits as well. Bit of footage of that. Quite a unique little bonsai tree.
Hey, hello. Hello.
Charlie's after some attention again.
I haven't got any treats, unfortunately. Hey?
He just loves the love.
That is very, very cool.
Jay's really excited over this piece of wood.
Oh no.
So we've just had to look through this box. There's such a great variety, like twiggy bits and that. And we've decided these are the pieces we're going to be using for the scape. So our friend here, Mr. Jay Hooked Aquatics, has found some really nice river cobbles that we're going to be using. Aquascaping. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using, as you can see here, a Habistax tower, and we're going to be breaking it apart into two different sections, adding some hardscape and some substrate, and we'll be taking you along on the journey with us. So let's get into this. As you can see here, we have our Habistax tower, and of course it looks out of place and really tall in this kind of tank. So what we're going to be doing is splitting it into two sections like I stated earlier. So what I'm going to do is clip it apart, and it's nice and simple. All you do is give it a turn and it pops that section out, and then we just need to take the middle section out as well. So I'm just gonna remove that and then remove this part here now, and there you go. So we've got tower number one. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the top cap section and bottom section that you can also order separate if you want to make multiple towers yourself. So here we have the Habistax base and planter lid, and essentially you can order these separate if you want to take advantage of one tower and create multiple towers within your aquarium. I think that's a really good way of utilizing the tower itself. So let's crack this open. Here you can see we've got the lid that caps off the substrate on the top, and then underneath we also have our base. Next step of this setup is, of course, filling our Habistax tower with nutrients as well as gravel to cap it off. Now we have ourselves today the Tropica substrate, and this is going in the center of the Habistax tower. We have some gravel here which we'll be using to cap off the Tropica substrate layer. We also have our plants in today's video, and these all come in a bundle. If you didn't know already, you will get 25% off your plants, your substrate and your gravel when you buy yourself a Habistax tower, and that will be in your email addresses inbox once you've purchased a tower. So we're now just adding our Tropica substrate system into the middle of the Habistax tower.
We're just going to fill it up to just below the max line, just so the substrate covers the top, like so.
Jay has been preparing the plants for us.
Taking off.
And we're going to be filling our Habistax towers in just a moment. So how are we starting this one, Jay?
We're going to start with a Anubias coin leaf. So we're going to go Anubias coin leaf round the bottom. So we're going to start on this side. Just tuck that one into the gap there nicely. Like that. Again, on this side, just tucking it into the gap, wedging it in there so it doesn't pop back out, like so.
So the next plant we're adding is Anubias barteri, and we're going to be adding that to either side now. The next one we're adding into the tower is...
It's starting off with a Cryptocoryne wendtii brown, so a little bit more established, a little bit bigger. So we're going to pop it into these two pockets on the side here. One just in there like that, and then pop the other one on the opposite side. Let's turn it that way. In there, wedge it into the gap. There we go.
It's looking quite good so far.
Next up, we're going to go with something a little bit smaller, but when it establishes itself and grows in, it'll be just the same as the more established wendtii brown. So we've got Cryptocoryne wendtii green. I'm going to pop these in the gaps just here on both sides. We've got one in there. As you can see, it's starting to fill out quite nicely now.
Lovely stuff.
There we go. Pop those two in there. And then we're on to the top layer.
Great stuff. And the thing that I really like about this too is, look, a lot of people have probably complained about this product, about it being plastic and stuff like that. But when you add all these plants in, you can't see it at all. And it holds them in. And it just looks like a big bushy forest. And I really like that look. The one that we're adding in now is Anubias Condensis. It is like a larger, broader leaf, taller type of Anubias. So we're going to be adding this one to the top of the Habistax tower.
Again, just squeezing it into the gap, both sides.
Right, it is now time to cap off our plants and our nutrient layer with some gravel. So let's pour this in. And we're just going to cap off our nutrients now with the lid. Slot that into the grooves there and then give it a twist, and that is locked in now. No nutrients are going to be leaking into the water column. So myself and Jay are now going to put the rocks on either side, the larger ones, and then after this we will add our gravel. And then for finer details, these smaller pebbles around the front, so let's crack on.
Into the front.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Yeah.
Right, Jay, time to add the gravel. Let's go.
Do you want to use a jug or do you want to just pour it in?
Just go straight in.
Just into the gaps. There?
Yeah. Right, let's get our aquascaping tools on the go. Right, so we're just covering the base of the tower. Although you don't have to do this, by the way. The point of having a Habistax tower is that you can do your maintenance, you can lift it up and you can move it around and it's easy to maintain. But for this instance, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of maintenance with this tank and creating a bit more of a naturalistic look whilst also using the tower is my aim with this video.
So we're going to go with the small rocks. So we've got different various sizes. We picked up a nice selection. So we've got sort of your medium, small, tiny sizes, all different shapes, all different sizes. So we're going to put these in and just add a little bit more detail. Are we covering the base?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we are done with our rocks. So we're now going to move on to our next part. So me and Jay have had a discussion and we're thinking that we're going to fill these pockets out with gravel, and then at any point in the future, if I do want to plant it at the top, I can do so. Nice and smooth. So as you see earlier in this video, we paid a visit to TM Aquatics, and they kindly gifted us some branches. We did buy the stones, of course, but they're a great business if you want to get your hardscaping goods, so make sure to check them out. Link is in the description. We've finished the scape, we've added our twigs, our hardscape, and our plants now. Jay's going to be on his way home, so he's flaking on us, he's doing a runner. Nah, kidding, he's got stuff to do, of course, and I'm going to be continuing on with the Dimax. But I'd like to say thank you today for Hooked Aquatics, Jay, for helping us out with the scape. Make sure to subscribe to his channel and check him out.
Thank you very much. It's been a very enjoyable day, and yeah, I think it's looking really good. I think we've got plenty of detail in there. It's given a really nice sort of riverbed, South American riverbed look, and I think the Habistax has really sort of highlighted the details on the plants as well. It certainly looks full, and yeah, thank you very much, Adam, for having me. Really enjoyed it, and looking forward to the next one.
No problem. Let's crack on with the Dimax. Like I said to you earlier, we're hoping to bond these twigs to the rocks, and the way we're going to do that is through Dimax today. Dimax have been really kind to send us a new product, which is the Compost Seal Bonding Sponge. And we have the grey variant, which matches our rocks perfectly. Alongside that, they've sent us the Escaping Glue. And the Escaping Glue essentially activates the bonding sponge, and it will create an instant bond / seal with the twigs and the rocks. So let's crack on with that. And you can see the smoke coming off. As I said, it's creating a chemical bond. It's making sure the twig stays in place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of gravel on top of that, just to hide it. And there you go. Wow, that's a chemical bond. That is like glued down properly. Incredible. So right here, I'm just going to place this in between. Gently push that in. We're now using our Escaping Glue, so let's pour some of that in there. And as you can see right there, chemical bond. That right there is bonding the twigs with the rocks and making sure that they stay solid together. So here's just another example. We've added some of the bonding sponge right there. And we're just going to add our glue in and pour this in just here. Wow, I think that is another instant bond right there. It is rock solid. I have never used anything like this. Wow, Really unique stuff by Dymax. We're done with the tank. We're now going to fill it up with water, and I'll get back to you when it's on the shelf with the light. Tank's filled up. It's a little cloudy at the minute, as you can see. We've added a internal filter that is pre-cycled to try and speed up the cycle, but it is also essential to add these products too, in my opinion. So we have Optimus and Satis, and these are incredible alongside each other. This Optimus removes nitrates, nitrites, and detoxifies ammonia and heavy metals. And then you've got Satis, which quickly establishes and enhances your biofilter. It also accelerates the maturing of your aquarium and prevents any new tank syndrome. So let's get the beneficial bacteria in and detoxify that ammonia. Now, when you've got new plants in a tank, it's always essential to make sure that they grow in the best capability to combat any issues with water parameters and algae. And that is where we have Plantus today as well. This is a new product by NT Labs, just like the other two, not long released, but this one's the latest one. And we're going to do a dosage of this today. And with this tank size being around 60 litres, it requires 1 pump for 40 litres. So we're going to do 1 pump for the time being, as it is a macro and micronutrient fertilizer. I'm now going to let the tank clear up, and I'll get back to you in a week's time when the tank is cycled and ready for fish. So, as you can see, we've got fish acclimatizing in the tank. It's been 1 week since we set up the tank, and with the help of Optimus and Satis, these help speed up the cycle way quicker. And I probably could have added the fish even earlier, but me as a hobbyist for 6 years, I was being a bit more precautionary. We've used our test kit and tested the parameters, and everything is crystal clear, perfectly fine, and it is time to add our fish. Now, as you can see here, we have ourselves 12 golden white cloud minnows. These fish have been in the hobby for a long time now, and they're a golden variant of the original white cloud mountain minnow, and they're easy to obtain, beginner friendly, and they're a temperate fish too, so there's no heater required for this setup. So I think they're going to be the perfect fish for it. And it's time to release them in 3, 2, 1. And here we are with the finished tank. The fish in, everything settled, and yeah, I'm super happy with how it turned out. It was really unique and different than what I've done before, using the Habistax tower and splitting it in two, filling it out with plants, and having certain plants in areas that you wouldn't see, especially like the Cryptocorynes, having them higher up and spread around and creating this bushy tower. It was really cool to work with, and having the twigs and rocks scattered around it. It was definitely something that I've never gone through before, but I'd like to try again sometime in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to leave you with some B-roll footage. Take care.